Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hey there, kids. How are you doing? Welcome to today's class. Today is the second class of our landscape and drawing and coloring class that we have going on. In the last class, we went ahead and learned how to do a beautiful sunset. And in today's class, we're going to be learning how to do something new. And before we get started with all of that, let's go ahead and talk about a few things, before we start. The first thing that I want to ask you is, have you been going ahead and making your submissions? And if not, have you looked at the submission video and have you understood to go ahead and how to make your submissions? If yes, then please go ahead and start making all of the submissions for all of the classes that you have been attending. Secondly, I want to go ahead and talk to you about the certificate program that we have going on right now. The certificate program is a very, very simple program wherein you will go ahead and get a certificate for all of the work that you've already been doing. So all you have to do basically is you have to just go ahead and attend all of the classes. So try not to skip any class of a particular course, because that is what gives us proof that you've been attending all of your classes perfectly. And secondly, go ahead and make submissions for each of your classes. If you go ahead and do that, that in the end will go ahead and provide a certificate for you. Now, why is it that I'm urging you to go ahead and get this certificate? The reason I'm urging you to go ahead and get the certificate is so as to go ahead and give you something to provide to people as an identification or a proof of what you're capable of doing. So you can go ahead and give it to your friends, you can go ahead and give it to your teachers, you can go ahead and give it to your colleagues, whoever it is later on in the future or currently. You can go ahead and give and tell them that this is what I am capable of and this is what I am doing and this is what what my skills lie in. So it is very, very important for you to go ahead and have a certificate, and we are providing you with one. So grab all of the chances of getting it. Now, apart from that, one more thing I want to go ahead and talk to you about your submissions. Now, I do know that a lot of you have been going ahead and making your submissions, but one thing that I definitely urge you on is to go ahead and make all of your submissions. Sometimes your artwork might not come out as great, and that doesn't mean that you don't go ahead and make your submission. Go ahead and make your submission, because what will happen if you make your submission, then I will go ahead and get an idea of what you're doing and how well you're doing it. if I can see how well you're doing it, then I can go ahead and increase the ability, or increase the skill a little bit more. But if I feel that no, it's a little too hard for you and you're not able to do it the way I want you to go ahead and do it, then I can either teach better or change the topic accordingly. So whatever it is, then I want to go ahead and be able to do that. And if I see your submissions, then I will get a better idea on how to go ahead and work with my classes as well. So make sure you make your submission irrespective of whether you've done a good job, whether you've done a bad job, whether you think you'll get selected as part of the top 10 or not. It's just very important for you to go ahead and do so. So now let's go ahead and get started with the list of materials that we need for today's class. So the first thing that you need for today's class is obviously going to be a sheet of paper. So here you can see I have a drawing book. You can go ahead and grab a drawing book as well. If you do not have a drawing book or a sketch, and you have a sketchbook or a journal book, that will work absolutely well as well. If you do not have either, and if you have probably an A4 size sheet of paper or an unruled sheet of paper or anything loose drawing sheet, then that will work absolutely well as well. Take whatever you have with you. The next thing that you need for today's class is going to be a pencil. So you'll need a pencil for going ahead and drawing the outline as well as drawing the picture itself. So try to have a nice sharp pencil so that it comes nice and dark and you don't have an issue going ahead and drawing. The third thing that you need for today's class is going to be a sketch pen or a black marker. So here this is going to be because you're going to go ahead and outline our picture today. So in order to go ahead and outline, have a sketch pen with you. The fourth thing that you need for today's class is going to be a bunch of colors or crayons. Now here I have the DOMS 12 color wax crayon set. You can go ahead and take whatever crayon set that you have with you at home. If you have a 12 color set, then that will work absolutely well. If you do not have a 12 color set, and if you have something that's a little lesser, then that's also okay. Just make sure you have something with you. The last thing that you need for today's class is going to be a ruler or a scale. So have a ruler or a scale, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going ahead and doing an outer boundary for the picture itself in order to make it look nice and neat. So have a ruler or a scale with you. So let's get started. The first thing that you need to go ahead and do for today's class is to go ahead and draw an outer boundary or an outer line. Here I'm going ahead and taking my scale and my pencil and drawing a bunch of lines in order to create the boundary. If you feel like you're having a hard time with this, then you can go ahead and ask for your parents' help in order to go ahead and do this. Some books do come with an outer boundary already. So if you have a book in which you have an outer boundary already, then you don't have to go ahead and do this boundary line. Make sure you do this neatly and take your time in going ahead and doing it. There's no like hurry in terms of how you have to go ahead and do this. Perfect. So take your time, everybody. I'm going to wait for you while you go ahead and do your boundary. Very well done, everybody. So some of you need to take your parents' help. That's completely okay. Go ahead and take your parents' help if you need to. Well done. Very well done. Good job. Good job, everybody. Very well done. Excellent. Okay, so since everybody's gone ahead and done their outer boundary, let's go ahead and discuss what we're going to go ahead and do in today's class, because I didn't even introduce what we're going to be going ahead and doing today. In today's class, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going ahead and drawing a landscape, wherein we'll be going ahead and drawing a mountain with a rainbow on top as well as some fun clouds. Now, I know how much you all love rainbows. I absolutely love rainbows as well. And that is not it. We're not just going to be going ahead and drawing a rainbow, but we're also going to be going ahead and coloring it. So what an exciting class it is, right, today? So let's go ahead and start with that. So grab your pencil and go ahead and draw sort of like a wiggly mountain at the bottom. That's going to be our landform, or sort of like a green mountain that we have at the bottom, right on top of which is going to be our rainbow. So make sure you do this neatly, and make sure it's a little bit of a wiggly line. Try not to make it pointy because then it won't look as nice. So try to make it look like a little wiggly and nice. Perfect. Good job. Everybody's done a wonderful job with that. So now let's move on to the next part of it. The next part of it is going to be to actually draw the rainbow itself. Now the rainbow totally has 7 colors in it. So we will need 7 spaces. So totally you will need to do 8 curves. Okay, so remember 8 curves you need to do, and totally you will have 7 gaps. So let's go ahead and start with that. I'm going to go ahead and start with a small curve, and slowly we're going to go ahead and continue drawing curves, curves, curves in order to get a big curve. In the middle, if you're going ahead and making mistakes, it's completely all right. Go ahead and take an eraser if you need to while going ahead and doing this, if you need to correct yourself. So let's go ahead and start. So right on top, so I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and done. Now anywhere if you feel like you made a mistake, or anywhere you feel like the curve has not come properly, it's okay, you can go ahead and erase it and redo it. I'm going to wait for you for some time, so as to get you to look, for your work to look perfect. So go ahead and take your time. Good job, everybody. Very well done. I hope all of you know the colors of the rainbow, because I sure know the colors of the rainbow, and we're going to go ahead and color it today. So I hope you all know the colors of the rainbow by heart. Yeah? Yes, I think all of you do. Good. Perfect. Very, very well done, everybody. Excellent job. All right. Okay, so since everybody has gone ahead and done their rainbow, okay, actually, I do see a few who still going ahead and drawing their rainbows. That's completely okay. Go ahead and take your time to go ahead and draw your rainbow. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is going to be very easy, wherein we're going to go ahead and draw a bunch of clouds. So you can go ahead and do as many clouds as you like. If you feel like I want to go ahead and add in a sun as well, go ahead and add in a sun. I'm just going to go ahead and do a bunch of clouds. So let's go ahead and draw a bunch of clouds. So clouds are very simple to draw. You basically have to just go ahead and do a bunch of curves, 1, 2, 3, and then same thing at the bottom, and you will get your clouds. And now the more clouds you do, the more practice you'll have of your clouds. So try to draw as many clouds that fit in, because you're going to perfect your cloud then on how to draw it, and then later in the future you won't have any issue in terms of how to draw your cloud. So go ahead and fill up as many clouds as you can. Perfect. So now I'm going to wait for all of you, because this is going to be the last bit of our drawing. We've gone ahead and done the whole drawing for our picture. Now we're just going to go ahead and move on to the coloring bit of it. So go ahead and finish up your drawing. Make sure it's nice and neat. Very well done, everybody. Good job. Excellent. Very, very well done. Good job. Very well done. Excellent. So now, since I see that everybody's gone ahead and finished up with their clouds, we can move on to the next step of today's drawing. The next step of today's drawing is mainly going to be to go ahead and draw the outline of this whole piece. So here you want to go ahead and take a black color marker and go ahead and outline the whole thing. Now here, take your time in going ahead and outlining. You have no rush whatsoever in terms of your work. Go ahead and outline it nicely. So you can see I'm taking my time, slowly going ahead and outlining. There is no rush in terms of the outlining here. Take your time. No need to, hurry up over here. Take your time. The curves as well, if you need to go ahead and do it in small dashes, go ahead and do it in small dashes. You don't have to do it fast. So I'm just going to wait here so that everybody can go ahead and do the mountains and do the rainbow part of it, and then we can continue with the clouds. I want everybody to be at the same speed as each other. I don't want someone to be faster and someone to be slower. So go ahead and take your time to do it. Well done. Good, everybody. Very, very well done. Take your time. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So since everybody's gone ahead and finished outlining of the rainbow, we can now go ahead and start outlining the clouds. Now take your time in going ahead and doing so. There is no hurry in this. So you can see I'm doing 1 1 1 1 1 1 curve very slowly and very gently. I want my picture to look amazing. That's why. Perfect. So easy. And that's it. There we go. We have our outline done. All right. So now here, everybody, if you have any spaces wherein you feel like, okay, no, there are some pencil markings here and there, go ahead and take an eraser and erase it out. I am going to be erasing all of my lines over there out. I won't have any lines in the center when I'm going ahead and coloring in order to make my picture look neat. So even if you have these kind of lines that you see right here, go ahead and erase them out immediately. Good. Okay, so I see most of you have finished and are already ready to go ahead and color. So let's go ahead and start coloring. We're going to go ahead and start with the rainbow first because obviously, that's the fun part of this picture, to go ahead and do the rainbow. So let's start with the rainbow. I'm going to be starting from the outermost layer with our red color, and then we can continue so on and so forth. So going to go ahead and take my red color crayon and doing the outside part red. So here, try not to leave any gaps. Try to do it as neatly as you can. Don't rush into it or anything. Do it as slowly as you can, but do it neatly. Neatly and slowly. That's what's going to make your picture look amazing. Perfect. And that's it. So that's my first red done. Going to wait for everybody. If you want to go ahead and do all of the colors before I wait, like while I wait for everybody, that's also fine because I'm seeing some of you are a little faster than me. So you can go ahead and be faster than me, no problem. I finished my red. Go ahead and move on to the other set of colors since you already know the colors. I'm going to wait for anybody who's taking their time to do it neatly. Perfect. Red is done. Let's go ahead and move on to orange now. So again, do it neatly. Try to do it as neatly as you can. So simple, isn't it? Make it look as beautiful as you can. Perfect. And orange done. Very well done, everybody. Good job. Perfect. Most of you have finished your orange. All right. Since most of you have finished your orange, let's move on to your yellow. Very good, everybody. Looking so beautiful. I see some of you have already moved on to your blues, which is great. Good job. Perfect. And yellow is done. I'm going to wait for you here. Good job. Excellent, everybody. Excellent. Very, very happy with your work. Very good. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and do green. So here I'm taking light green. You can go ahead and take dark green if you don't have light green, but normally light green is what you normally use for a rainbow. Perfect. As easy as that. And the next three colors are light blue, dark blue, and purple. So I can see all of you have mostly started off with the light blue. So let's go ahead with light blue. So you can see how easy it is to do a rainbow and how fun it is, no, to go ahead and take the different colors. So light blue. Now I'm taking my dark blue. These all are very small, so I can see that all of you are doing it fast. The other ones were quite big, so you know you were taking your time to do it. But these smaller ones, everybody is doing an excellent job. And purple, last one, purple. Perfect. So simple. And that's it. There we have our purple done. So now I'm going to wait for all of you, just in case you know you made a mistake, you need to go ahead and correct something out. You can go ahead and do that right now, no problem. If you need to go ahead and correct something out, we're all waiting for you. Perfect, everybody. Excellent job. Very well done. Perfect. Good. Okay. So since everybody's gone ahead and finished up with their rainbow, we can now move on to the major chunk of our picture, which basically is the sky. Now for the sky, you can go ahead and use dark blue or light blue. Since our rainbow is so bright, filled with colors, I wanted to go ahead and use light blue so that, you know, our rainbow looks, you know, bright and doesn't get like overshadowed or anything. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and take our light blue color and I'm going to avoid all of our clouds. So none of the clouds we want to go ahead and color. We want to just go ahead and color everything around the clouds light blue, but make sure it's within the boundary line. Now here you don't have to press your color pencil very hard, sorry, color pencil or crayon, whatever you are using. Don't try to press it too hard. You can go ahead and do it lightly, but make sure you go ahead and do it in a way that the whole blue patch that we need is nicely and neatly covered. So go ahead and do it slowly and neatly. So you can see I'm doing it as neatly as I can, taking my time to slowly go ahead and do it. At the borders, I'm first doing the outline and then I'm going ahead and coloring it because, you know, it makes it easier for me to go ahead and color. And there we have my blue done. So here again, I'm going to wait for you just in case you need to go ahead and take a little bit of time to go ahead and do your blue. It's completely okay. Just make sure you leave your white patches of the cloud white itself. Try not to cover them up. Just make sure of that. Well done, everybody. Very good job. Perfect. So now most of you have gone ahead and finished up with your blue. Now let's go ahead and finish up with the mountain part itself. Now the mountain part, I want it to be a green color mountain, but I don't want it to be just one simple plain light green or dark green. So we're going to be using two greens today. The first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take our light green and we're going to do half of the mountain. So we're going to do the top half of the mountain light green color. There we go, top part of the mountain done with light green color. Now the second half of the mountain we're going to go ahead and do with the dark green color. All right, everybody's finished with their light green. Almost, yes, everybody's almost finished with their light green. Good, perfect. Very good, everybody. Good. Everybody's finished with their light green. Now you can take your dark green and color the bottom part of it. And here you don't have to blend it or anything, just, you know, leave that patch as is, dark green and light green. No need to go ahead and blend out or do anything of that sort. Perfect. So easy. There you go. Perfect. Very easy. Now, one thing that I missed, which you may or may not have missed, is that center part next to the purple. I haven't gone ahead and done my blue. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill that up with blue. Perfect. So if you've missed that part, don't forget to, you know, go ahead and color it in. Color that in if you have missed it. Perfect, everybody. Good. I'm looking at everybody's work and it's looking excellent. So very, very good job, everybody. Excellent, excellent, excellent work. So happy with your work. Good job. All right. All right. Okay. So everybody's gone ahead and, finished up their rainbow picture, and it's looking absolutely amazing and it's looking absolutely stunning. So happy with all of your work that you've gone ahead and done today. So today you learned how to go ahead and draw a small mountain. You learned how to go ahead and draw a rainbow. You went ahead and learned how to draw a bunch of clouds and make that whole thing into a scenery. And then we went ahead and outlined the whole thing and colored it in. Now, I hope you had fun. If you didn't know already, then you learned also the colors of the rainbow. So let me just, recite the colors of the rainbow just in case you don't know. It's red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, and purple. There are 7 colors in the rainbow. So remember that, if you haven't remembered that already, or you haven't learned that already, you have learned it with me today. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up with today's class by talking about the certificate program. Make sure you go ahead and attend all of the classes of a particular course. For example, this course is a 4-class course, so go ahead and attend all of the classes, because I don't want you to go ahead and miss any class and because of that not get the certificate. I've been seeing all of you come so regularly and attend all of your classes, so make sure you attend all of them. You don't want to miss those few one-odd classes here and there, and because of that miss the chance of getting a certificate. Apart from that, also put in the effort of going ahead and doing the submissions for each and every class. If you go ahead and put in that effort, whether your submission is good, bad, neat, not looking nice, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and make your submission, because I want to go ahead and see the progress that you're making. That is the idea behind the submission. It is not to go ahead and only get selected as part of that top 10. I do understand that is one big incentive that we have kept for you, to get selected as part of that top 10. But apart from that, just learning itself, just me as a teacher looking at your progress itself is very, very important. So go ahead and make it a point to go ahead and do your submission. So that's the second thing. In the next class, we're going to be going ahead and learning how to do some beautiful mountains, some amazing mountains. So make sure you come ahead and attend that class as well. We're going to be doing a mountain scenery or landscape, and I'm going to be super excited about that class as well, and I'm going to teach you that amazingly well. For today's submission is obviously going to be the rainbow coloring picture that you have gone ahead and done. So I'm going to go ahead and see you in that next mountain class. Till then, have a look at the submission video and take a picture of what you have done today and upload it. Bye.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking